Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today me and our group would like to explain about our topic for today, which is the impact of online learning on student academic performance. This is our team members. My name is Noputra Asha binti Rahim.
My name is Daniel Lukman bin Saharudin.
My name is Abdul Faris bin Abrani.
The first one, the purpose of the impact of online learning on student academic performance is to investigate how online learning has influences student academic um, achievement by examining change in performance, learning engagement, and assessment outcome before, during, and after the transition online education. The second one is to compare student average grades from 2018 to 2023 between primary and secondary education level in order to identify trends, differences, and possible factor affecting academic performance across the two of group, which is um, primary and uh, primary and secondary. Our topic is baked by reliable educational sources, which is this credibility. Our presented uh, our presentation is supported by credible data from UNESCO and use finding from various academic journals that analyze the effectiveness of online learning. These sources provide reliable insight into both the advantage and challenges of digital education, allowing us to make an informed evaluation of student performance trends over the past several years.
Introduction. So this is the introduction. Um, Over the past few years, the global education system has experienced rapid changes, especially during COVID-19 pandemic. Schools and universities were forced to transition from traditional face-to-face learning to fully online platforms such as Google Classroom, Zoom, and Microsoft Teams. According to Dawan, 2020, this sudden digital shift significantly affected how students learn, engage, and perform academically. For this presentation, we aim to explore how these changes have shaped students' academic achievement and what patterns can be observed from recent data.
So, for the background of the topic, during 2022 lockdowns, online learning became the primary mode of education worldwide. This shift brought several key factors into focus, including accessibility and technology readiness. Not all students had equal access to stable device and internet. And the second one is motivation and time management. Students need stronger self-discipline without physical classroom environments. And the last one is teacher-student interaction, reduce face-to-face engagement, if affected communication and feedback. So for the central idea, the main purpose of our presentation is to analyze whether online learning has improved or hindered students' academics performance across different education levels by examining two charts, a line graph and bar graph. We will investigate how grades and learning outcomes change from 2018 to 2023, covering both primary and secondary students. Through this data, we hope to understand the extent to which online learning has impact overall academic success.
Okay, the next slide is I would like to show this is the first chart, and this is the general one, um, which is the figure one is present the estimate average student grades from 2018 to 2023 across the three education level: primary, secondary, and university. So the chart show how student academic performance change over the time, especially during the period when online learning was implemented. Each line represent a different education level, allowing us to observe trends and compare performance throughout the 6-year period. So the first one is for the university student. The data show that their performance remain relatively stable from 2018, 2002, 2003, with only slight increase or decrease. Uh, Performance stays stable or slightly improved due to independence and digital skill. This suggests that online learning had minimal negative impact on them. A possible reason is that university students are generally more independent, more familiar, and more familiar with technology and better able to adapt digital learning platform. The second one is primary and secondary student performance dropped in 2020 until 2021 because of less teachers interaction for internet and low focus. In contrast, both primary and secondary students experience a noticeable drop in grades during those year, which align with the early pace of online learning during the pandemic. Uh, and the last one is the recovery pace. Grades improved in 2020 until 2023 as student and teacher adapted to online learning. Um, Starting from 2020, we can see a gradual increase in grade for all groups, uh, especially primary and secondary student. This improvement indicate that both a student and teachers become better adapted to online platform. Over time, school also improve their system and teaching strategy, making online learning more effective. So overall, the chart clearly show that while university students maintain consistent performance, younger student and more challenges during the shift to online learning. And all group eventually improve as digital learning become more familiar and more better supported.
So, I will present about average grade of primary student from 2018 to 2023. So, for the description of data, Figure 2 shows the estimate average grades of primary school students from 2018 to 2023. In 2018, the average grade was around 78% and it slightly increased to 77% in 2019. However, there was a noticeable drop in 2020 and 2021 where grades fell to around 70% and 69%. After that, performance began to improve again, rising to 71% in 2022 and continue up to 75% in 2023. Overall, the chart shows a decline in the middle years followed by a steady recovery towards 2023. After that, analysis of data. The decrease in grades during 2020 and 2021 was likely linked to the global pandemic. During this time, many students had to switch to online learning, which created great challenges such as poor internet access, lack of focus at home, and limited teacher-student interaction. This factor may have caused student academic performance to drop from 2022 onwards as school reopened and learning returned to normal. Students gradually adapt and perform better. The improvement in 2022 and 2023 shows that face-to-face learning better classroom support and more stable learning environments help students recover and improve their grades.
Okay, for the next chart is for chart 3 and shows average grades of secondary students from 2018 to 2023. In 2018, the grades started at about 75% and they increased slightly in 2019 to around 76%. But when the pandemic began in two- 2020 and continued into 2021, the grades dropped to around 70%. After that, we can see a slow recovery. In 2022, the grades improved to about 72% and they continued rising in 2023, reaching around 74%. 74%. So, even though the grades didn't fully return to the 2018 level, there is still a clear upward trend after the pandemic years. From this chart, we can understand that the decrease in grades during 2020 and 2021 was mainly because of the challenges of online learning. Students had to suddenly adapt to studying from home, and many faced problems like poor internet connection, lack of focus, or not getting enough guidance. But after some time, both students and teachers became more used to online platforms. Schools also improved their online teaching methods. And that's why the grades started increasing again in 2022 and 2023. This shows that once everyone adjusted, academic performance became more stable. Uh, in conclusion, online learning has given both good and bad effects on students. It is helpful because students can learn at their own pace and manage their time better. However, not all students have the same access to devices or stable internet, and some students find it harder to focus when learning from home. Because of this, schools and universities should continue improving online learning systems. Based on what we found, blended learning seems like the best option for the future. It combines online lessons with face-to-face classes, giving students both flexibility and real classroom support. This approach can help students learn more effectively and maintain good academic performance. So that's all from us. Thank you, Dr. Irma, and all my friends.
Thank you so much.